See, so let's start with the section 13 TPA now. In this section, first of all you should know regarding this section, first of all you should note that this section 13 is very very important for your mains exam. It is important for your prelims exam, but it is also very very important for your mains exam. ठीक है, this section 13 as well as section 14, these two sections are very important for your mains exam as well. अब समझिए इसको, what is the section 13 actually? You see, this is section 13 and see the marginal notes of section 13. This is transfer for benefit of unborn person. Please see this. You see this, transfer for benefit of unborn person. It is not transfer to the unborn person. Can you differentiate? This is not transfer to unborn person. This is transfer for the benefit of unborn person. डिफरेंस समझ पा रहे हैं यहाँ पे? तो दिस इज द मार्जिनल नोट. यहीं से आपको प्रीलिम्स में क्वेश्चन मिलेगा. विच सेक्शन डील्स विद द ट्रांसफर फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ अनबोर्न पर्सन. एंड हियर दिस इज टर्म अनबोर्न पर्सन, अजन्मा व्यक्ति. अनबोर्न पर्सन का मीनिंग होता है अजन्मा व्यक्ति. तो ऐसे अजन्मे व्यक्ति के बेनिफिट के लिए, लाभ के लिए कोई ट्रांसफर होना. कैसा व्यक्ति है? अजन्मा व्यक्ति, अनबोर्न पर्सन. And now please see this unborn person. What do you mean by the unborn person? And first of all understand this. Who is unborn person? Unborn person means a person who is not in existence even in the mother's womb. क्या कह दिया ये? What it mean? The person is not in existence even in mother's womb. That person is called unborn person. It means the person who is existing in mother's womb. He is not unborn. ठीक, जनरल कन्वेंस हम लोग जन्म का मानते हैं व्यक्ति का, बच्चे का, जब वो गर्भाशय से बाहर आता है, दुनिया में प्रवेश करता है. when the birth takes place, है ना, we say he has taken birth. जन्म व्यक्ति हो गया. till the child is in mother's womb, we cannot say this is that he has taken birth. But in the eye of law, in the TPA, what they are saying, who is unborn? Unborn person means who is not in existence even in mother's womb. And this is a technicality in this section that makes it important. बात समझ रही है आप लोगों को? It means you want to transfer the property in favor or for the benefit of a person who is not even in existence in mother's womb. नितिन जी के दादाजी ने कहा कि मैं, जो नितिन का जो पुत्र होगा उसके लिए प्रॉपर्टी छोड़ के जा रहा हूं, है ना. नाउ हु इज ट्रांसफरिंग? ग्रैंडफादर ऑफ नितिन सेज दैट आई एम गिफ्टिंग दिस मनी टू द सन ऑफ माय ग्रैंडसन नितिन. एंड नितिन इज नॉट इवन मैरिड टू एट दिस स्टेज. जो नितिन की शादी तक नहीं हुई है ना, उसके बच्चे को वो गिफ्ट करना चाहते हैं वो. दैट इज रिमोट पॉसिबिलिटी नाउ. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो पहले तो नितिन शादी करेगा नहीं करेगा ये नहीं पता. शादी करेगा तो बेटी होगा बेटा होगा ये नहीं पता. ही इज ट्रांसफरिंग, हिज ग्रैंडफादर इज ट्रांसफरिंग मनी टू हिज सन. हाउ इट इज पॉसिबल? इज इट पॉसिबल और नॉट? फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. And how it is possible? This is second question. Possible है या नहीं है? And possible है तो ये कैसे है? These questions, the answer to these questions is given by section 13. समझे? तो this is what, please try to understand the meaning of unborn person means the person who is not in existence even in the mother's womb. Please raise hand अगर बात समझ में आ गई हो तो, है ना. इसके मतलब क्या है? देखिए, इसको टेक्निकल टर्म है ए चाइल्ड इन मदर्स वोम और ए चाइल्ड एन वेंट्रेसा मिरे. प्लीज दिस इज ए टेक्निकल टर्म, है ना. चाइल्ड एन वेंट्रेसा मिरे मीन्स चाइल्ड इन मदर्स वोम इज ए कॉम्पिटेंट ट्रांसफर. यू कैन ट्रांसफर द प्रॉपर्टी टू द child in ventrage, mother's womb. But this is not, section 13 is dealing with the person who is not even in existence in mother's womb. So this is So basically this is the law. Property can be transferred to a child in mother's womb, but the property cannot be transferred to a person who is not even mother's womb, because such person is an unborn person. तो अनबोर्न पर्सन कौन सा कहलाएगा? जो व्यक्ति माता के गर्भ में भी नहीं है. तो वी कैन नॉट ट्रांसफर प्रॉपर्टी टू सच पर्सन, बट वी कैन ट्रांसफर द प्रॉपर्टी टू ए पर्सन हु इज इन mother's womb. You can see this like this. You please see this slide. Who is unborn person means who is not in existence even in mother's womb, and property cannot be transferred to such person. But a child in mother's womb is child and ventre, and property can be transferred to them. So these are the question for a prelims. Even question यहाँ से मिल सकता है आपको. Which out of the following statements is correct? Number 1, property can be transferred to an unborn person who is not in existence in the mother's womb. Number 2, a property can be transferred to a person who is in mother's womb, like this करके. So be careful about the law. This is the law for this. Because why it is so? See, section 5, you must remember this. Section 5 says what? That transfer of property takes place only between two living persons. This means transferee must also be in existence at the date of transfer. इसको समझिए, जो लाइन है, the transferee must also be in existence at the date of transfer. ट्रांसफर की डेट पर ट्रांसफरी मस्ट बी इन एग्जिस्टेंस इवन दो ही इज इन मदर्स वॉम्ब. Existence doesn't mean that he must be physically present before you. You can see it. No, even if he is in mother's womb, you can, that will be treated as a person who is existence, who is having existence at the date of transfer. So if you want to transfer to someone who is not in existence, that is not possible, because section 5 will not allow it. So this is the law. So what is the reason why property cannot be transferred directly to an unborn person? This is question. Try to understand this. देखिए समझिए क्या है. When transfer of property takes place, basically it is transfer of interest. Transfer of interest in the property is called transfer property. When the property transferred, what happens? The transferor divests or takes out from himself of that interest and vests it immediately in the transferee. नहीं यही बात समझ में, इसको समझिए. When property is transferred, suppose I am transferor, that I will divest, take out my interest and it will vest in you immediately. ऐसे समझिए. बस जैसे समझाने के लिए कह रहा हूँ, मैं एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ आपको. जैसे हिंदू मैथोलॉजी में कहते हैं कि एक जब व्यक्ति की मृत्यु होती है ना, तो वो आत्मा एक शरीर से निकल करके दूसरे किसी शरीर में प्रवेश करती है, जन्म लेती है, पुनर्जन्म जिसको बोलते हैं. आर यू गेटिंग पॉइंट और नॉट? है ना. तो एक शरीर से आत्मा निकली, दूसरे शरीर में प्रवेश कर गई, है कि नहीं है? समझ में बात आई? तो आत्मा को हम लोग समझते हैं इंटरेस्ट. When transfer property taking place, that atma, that is interest, is taken out of the body of transferor and it is vested in the body of someone else, called transferee. So interests are divested from the transferor and they are vested in the transferee. Please raise hand. बात समझ में आई तो पढ़े आगे. Now what happens? This, see this, transfer interest transferred will vest in the transferee and it vests immediately. But what if there is no transferor? There is transferor but there is no transferee. तो जो आत्मा निकल गई यहां से, दूसरा शरीर है नहीं, तो जाएगी कहां फिर वो? अब बात समझ रहे? When there is a transferor is transferring, divesting interest out of him, but where it will vest? Vesting of interest will where? Where will the vesting of interest take place? This is the problem, and that is why this is property is not transferred to an unborn person. Why? You read it like this. If a property is transferred directly to a person who is not in existence, even if you try to transfer the property directly to a person who is not in existence, then what will happen? The interest so transferred shall be divested or away from the transferor, but it would have to remain in abeyance. वो शून्य में क्यों अटका रहेगा? ट्रांसफर से निकल चुका, लेकिन जहां पर जाना वहां पर है ही नहीं, जा ही नहीं पा रहा। आप समझ रहे मेरी बात को? तो ये प्रॉब्लम है। इसीलिए दैट्स व्हाई कि ट्रांसफर कैन नॉट बी मेड डायरेक्टली। सी व्हाट इज द वर्ड डायरेक्टली? डायरेक्टली टू ए पर्सन हु इज नॉट इन एग्जिस्टेंस। डायरेक्टली नहीं कर सकते। इट मीन्स व्हाट? इनडायरेक्टली कर सकते हैं क्या? We cannot do it directly, but can we do it indirectly? Yes, we can do it indirectly. How? We will. That is the answer given in section 13. So this is now come to section 13. That is the gist of this. So basically, what we have learned: direct transfer cannot be made to a person who is not in existence even in the mother's womb. It means what? Transfer property can be transferred for the benefit of an unborn person. समझे आप? Property cannot be transferred directly to an unborn person. Property cannot be transferred to unborn person, but it can be transferred for the benefit of the unborn person. तो अंतर समझ में आया? Directly to और for the benefit. इसको आप ऐसे देखिए अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो इन टर्म्स को प्लीज see this. See the terms. इनका डिफरेंस समझिए। डायरेक्टली टू एन अनबोर्न पर्सन एंड फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ एन अनबोर्न पर्सन। इनमें अंतर समझ में आया आपको? नहीं आया कभी? तो वी कैन नॉट डू दिस बट वी कैन डू दिस बिकॉज ऑफ सेक्शन 13. तो देयर आर सर्टेन कंडीशंस ऑफ सेक्शन 13. इफ यू कंप्लाई विद दोज कंडीशंस यू कैन ट्रांसफर द प्रॉपर्टी फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ द अनबोर्न पर्सन. एंड व्हाट आर दोज? यू विल हैव टू गो फॉर सेक्शन 13 फॉर दैट. एंड दिस इज सेक्शन 13. चलिए तो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद सेक्शन 13 नाउ. तो बैकग्राउंड समझिए सेक्शन 13 में क्या है. नाउ प्लीज सी दिस. व्हाट दिस इज द डायरेक्ट लैंग्वेज ऑफ सेक्शन 13. Where on a transfer of property an interest therein is created for the benefit of a person not in existence at the date of transfer. Please see who is the person not in existence. Not in existence means not in existence even in mother's womb. जो माता के गर्भ में भी नहीं है. And the transfer is created, interest is created for his benefit. Got it or not? Subject to a prior interest created by the same transfer. Please highlight all these keywords which I have highlighted here. What is this? The interest created for the benefit of such person shall not take effect unless it extends to the whole of the remaining interest for the transfer in the property. So this is the direct language which I had read for you, and now you understand it, the technicalities of section 13. क्या है देखिए. You please see this slide to understand it in a better way. Where on a transfer of property an interest therein is created. Got it? Interest is created for the benefit of the person. Who is the person? Not in existence at the date of transfer. तो अब कैसे होगा? Section 13 is dealing with the situation when the interest, how we can transfer the property for the benefit of a person not in the existence at the date of transfer. हाँ, तो वो कैसे करेंगे? Please see this. Subject to a prior interest created by the same transfer. दिस इज द फर्स्ट कंडीशन. मैं इसको पहले बहुत आसान भाषा में समझाता हूँ, फिर आपको टेक्निकलिटी से समझाऊंगा. अब समस्या ये है कि जो नितिन साहब के दादाजी हैं वो अपने पर पोते के नाम पर कोई प्रॉपर्टी ट्रांसफर करना चाहते हैं. अब पोते ने पर पोता तब आएगा पहले पोता शादी करे. तो क्या तरीका हो सकता है? ये तरीका है. क्या है? Subject to a prior interest created by the same transfer. Now suppose मैं ही वो दादा हूं, बर्दाश्त कर लेना 2 मिनट, है ना. What I am saying, मैं क्या करूंगा? I will transfer that property first in the favor of Nitin. This is a prior interest created by the same transfer. Got it? and I will say I am transferring this property to the Nitin for life and then to the unborn person. Absolutely. समझे आप? तो in this transfer, first of all, I created an interest in favor of Nitin. It is called prior interest, and because it is created in the same transfer, with the same transfer, first of all I am creating a prior interest in favor of Nitin and then in favor of unborn person. Please raise hand if you understood the meaning of this. Subject to a prior interest created by the same transfer. So within the same transfer, first what I did, I created a prior interest. Got it or not? This is. Then what it says, the interest created for the benefit of such person. Such person means the person, unborn person, shall not take effect unless it extends to the whole of the remaining interest of the transferor in the property. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसको ऐसे समझिए, देखिए समझ में आएगा आपको. The interest created shall not take effect. कौन सा इंटरेस्ट? Which I created in the favor of unborn person. ये तब तक प्रभावी नहीं होगा. कब तक नहीं होगा? Unless it extends to the whole of the remaining interest of the transferor in the property. अब now there are few terms, technical terms है, ये आपको समझ में नहीं आ रही होंगी कि whole of the remaining interest क्या मतलब है. यहाँ इसको समझना है. देखिए समझिए क्या है. ठीक, देखिए in the section 13 they have used what? The whole of the remaining interest, and then they said what? Prior interest, subject to a prior interest. This is the direct language of 13. अब इसको पहले आसान भाषा में समझते हैं, फिर बाद में टेक्निकलिटीज में समझेंगे. सेक्शन 13 ये कह रहा है कि if you want to transfer the property for the benefit of an unborn person, then first of all you will have to create a prior interest in favor of someone. Prior interest, and ultimately property will go to the unborn person. It means what? This prior interest is not absolute interest. It means what? This interest is a life interest. Life intermediary. He is the intermediary. This is a requirement. The transfer for the benefit of one person must be preceded by a life interest in favor of a living person in existence at the date of transfer. So for this is the first requirement of section 13, that if you want to transfer the property for the benefit of an unborn person, then his interest must be preceded by a life interest. Life interest को समझिए. लाइफ कंटेंट का मतलब है कि ओनली द राइट ऑफ एंजॉयमेंट एंड पोजेशन. व्हेन आई एम ट्रांसफरिंग प्रॉपर्टी टू द नितिन, देन इट मीन्स आई एम क्रिएटिंग ए लाइफ इंटरेस्ट. आई एम गिविंग हिम लाइफ इंटरेस्ट, और आई एम क्रिएटिंग लाइफ इंटरेस्ट इन फेवर ऑफ हिम. ही इज एग्जिस्टिंग एट द डेट ऑफ ट्रांसफर. दिस इज पॉसिबल. तो इट मीन्स क्या? दैट ही विल बी हैविंग ओनली द राइट ऑफ एंजॉयमेंट एंड पोजेशन एंड नॉट द राइट ऑफ ownership, disposition. If I give him absolute right, I cannot say कि first of all you will be owner, then he will be owner. I cannot do it, because the moment I give you the ownership, है ना, the moment I give you ownership, then I can, you have every right. Then you can give it to the unborn, or you may not give it to the unborn person. See this. It means what? He has to preserve the property like a trustee during his lifetime on the behalf of unborn person. If I am creating a life interest in your favor, so what is your role? You will be holding that property. You can enjoy that property like a trustee during his lifetime. नहीं ये समझ में? प्लीज रेज हैंड, बात समझ आ रही हो तो. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसको उल्टा कर लेते हैं. If absolute interest is given, If I am giving you absolute interest, it means what? He will be entitled to dispose of to it anyone. समझे नहीं समझे? और if he retains the property after his death shall go to his legal heirs and not to unborn person for whose ultimate benefit the disposition was made. समझ वाली बात नहीं है ये, इसको ऐसे समझिए. See, I had a choice. On the one hand, you see, please see this side, life interest and the absolute interest. If I give him life interest, what he is getting? Only the right of enjoyment and possession. He has to preserve the property like a trustee. Got or not? After his death, the property will come to me or it will pass on to someone else. He can hold this property during his life only. समझे? On the contrary, if absolute interest is given, then he is entitled to dispose it to anyone. He is not bound to transfer it to unborn person further. है ना? तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि if I have given him the absolute interest, अगर मैंने इसको absolute interest दे दिया, दादाजी ने नितिन को ये कह दिया कि बेटा तुम इस घर के मालिक हो, लेकिन देखो मेरी मर्जी, मेरी दिली ख्वाहिश ये है कि आप इस प्रॉपर्टी को अपने बच्चे को दे देना, बेटे को दे देना. अब बन गए मालिक. दादाजी से प्रॉपर्टी जैसे आई वैसे जुए में हार जाए, इसका कोई नहीं रोक सकता इसको. कहीं बेच आए, गोवा घुमाए, कोई नहीं रोक सकता है इसको, बिकॉज ही इज द ऑनर. इसको बेच करके कोई बिजनेस एम्पायर खड़ा करे, इसे कोई नहीं रोक सकता, बिकॉज दादाजी ने इसको क्या दिया? एब्सोल्यूट इंटरेस्ट दे दिया. अब अनबोर्न पर्सन कहता रहे, चिल्लाता रहे, मैं आऊंगा एक दिन, मैं आऊंगा, मेरे लिए उठा कर रखना, मैं उठा कर रखना प्रॉपर्टी. दादाजी ने कहा था कि मैं तो ये कुछ नहीं दूंगा, क्योंकि दादाजी ने मुझे क्या दिया? एब्सोल्यूट इंटरेस्ट दिया है. लेकिन अगर दादाजी ये कहते कि यू कैन होल्ड दिस प्रॉपर्टी टिल योर लाइफ, जब तक जीवन है इस संपत्ति का उपभोग करो, और उसके बाद में ये प्रॉपर्टी जाएगी टू द पर्सन who is not existing even in the mother's womb, then it means it is the life interest in his favor and he is getting only the right of enjoyment and possession, but he is not getting the right of disposition. Please raise hand, पास में आ गए तो